wrote this amazing book called Infinite Impact, and boy oh boy, everybody must read it. I've been sharing this book around, Amber, here in Australia. It's not readily accessible, but I've been sharing this book. It's amazing. Tell me why you wrote Infinite Impact and what do you want people to get out of it?
Thank you. I mean, first, I will add that at infiniteimpactbook.com, if you scroll down just a bit, like 30% on the page, there's a gold button. And the gold button allows you to download the entire book for free, the PDF version. You don't have to give me your email address. You don't have to give anything. You just click the button and there's the PDF, and you can get the entire book for free, because I care more about people getting this information than the $2 I'd make on Amazon, right? Like, leave me a review if you want to. I'd love that. But it's about the work. It's not about Amber Vilhauer. And actually, Rugare, January 1st of this year, I had no intention of writing a book. Didn't want to do it.
January 1st of this year.
January 1st of this year, I had no intention of writing a book. I actually had tried in the back half of last year, hired a ghostwriter, gave her 30 hours of my content, and she gave me a manuscript that was all AI and none of my content. And I let her go, and I tried in December to write the book. And, it was very confronting because I was healing through some just personal family stuff that was really difficult for me at the time. And I thought, this is not the right time to write a book. Absolutely no, done with it. Shut my laptop, moved on. But by January 7th, divine intervention hit. And I had an event planned April 3rd. And a woman who had just lost her life savings, she was on the brink of divorce, just lost her job, and found out that her daughter's cancer was back, all at the same time. And she texted me and said, Amber, God told me that I'm supposed to come to your April event and celebrate the release of your book with you, so I'm coming. And I thought, whoa, what? Like, you cannot deny that. And so it was January 7th. I reached out to a publication team and I said, what is the absolute latest I can get you this manuscript so that I can get books in hand April 3rd? She said, it's not just the draft of the manuscript. I need it fully edited, a locked manuscript by February 27th. If you want to have a prayer of a chance of getting books in hand at this event. So that gave me 7 weeks. I'm a single mom. I'm a CEO. I have an incredibly complicated schedule and no time as it is. I got sick for 3 of those weeks. I had 15 beta readers and 2 editors, but I hit my deadline. February 27th. We then had 2 weeks to go into typesetting, and it was really complicated to do typesetting. It's the internal design of the book because it's full color. There are nature images, there are work exercise sections, there are different fonts. I've even gone so far as to underline and highlight things that I want you to do, like to know the most. So, it was very complex design. And we made it with a 1-day margin. I got books in hand at that event, and the woman was there, and I brought her up on stage and I said, this all happened because of you. And we were in tears. I was signing books. We had champagne. Like, it was amazing. And then at the end of that event, the book was coming out in like the next 3 weeks. I had no time to even promote it. I'm a book launch manager, Rugare. You've been there. I said you need at least 6 to 12 months to have your runway for your book launch. I had 3 weeks. I didn't have time to tell anybody. So my team reached out to maybe 80 people and said, Amber doesn't even have time. She's going against all of her normal practices. Like, can you help her get this book out? And I had about 50 people that said they would be willing to do workshops with me with their communities. A couple people said they would do podcasts. Some people said they would buy the book. And that was all I could do. I think maybe 5%, 10% of my audience still to this day, even though I wrote a book, Rugare. It happened so fast. And then what happened was, as people got access to the book, these people just, I get emails from around the world, Australia, Brazil, Fiji, Canada, South Africa, Mexico, everywhere. And they are saying that of all of the books they've read, this is the most transformational. It's life changing. It's shifting their marriages, their businesses, their parenting, their everything. And this was not the book I was going to even write last year. This is just the book that emerged. This was divine. And I feel so grateful that I was gifted the honor of bringing this work out to the world, because it's such a critical time. People need to hear the message of how to get into alignment and how to use that to be fully self-expressed and get your message out into the world, because you are uniquely and divinely made. And if you try to put yourself in a box and think you should be this or you should do this, I mean, you know, Rugare, we can't do that. That's not why we are here. There will be no change and our life will have been wasted. I'm sorry, but it will. And so I'm here, I guess, selected to help people rise up and reclaim their true voice and create impact in the world. And it's a big responsibility, and I'm ready for it.
It's powerful, and not only are you ready for it, you've been doing it all your life, and it's just grown so profoundly. And what I love about you, even in our first catch up, all you wanted from me is to be heard, valued, and seen.